So, I'm not so good at this off the cuff thing anymore. I think I used to be. I'm good at it in real life, but pointed with a camera staring at me and talking to myself and a couple cats. That's the noises. So I'm just gonna read out of this book that I've been writing or something. I'll do like a couple pages every now and then. I told you there's a cat. It's not a ghost. Anyways. So I have no title for this. I just started writing and thought it was cool. And I think it is a better way to share what's in my mind, because it's written down and it's easier to read than to think off the cuff. Closure. The greatest comedian of them all. To make peace is to forgive the past and to write new stories. That is where comedy hides. The alchemist is who transmutes sadness into humor. Honey drip sadness. A crueler world made palatable. Taking the edge off, like an aged fine wine, with the intent to learn anew. The substance made from reflective discovery, the purest hit of dopamine, ecstasy by laughing at oneself. Like poetry, comedy has been poisoned. To laugh is a crime. Jokes, well, they aren't funny anymore. And yet the joke doesn't even know that it's funny, and that's what makes it a tragedy. Every tragedy is really a comedy who took itself too seriously. Perspective. An ancient wisdom of understanding. The arc and dance of life. A great ball. Ghostly and enchanted. Part of everything, yet knowing hardly anything. The most tragic comedy is being not aware. Festering wounds by ignoring the persisting symptoms. Ignorance feeds the illusions of what one thinks they should be, rather than facing the truth of what is. We've gotten so comfortable making our own belief that the naked emperor, living in his house of cards, he will be rudely roused and blame it on everyone who has eyes, and know that of the shared reality. The blind will know nothing of sharing this reality, for their masked perception is a spirit of deception, a grotesque donned in the great robes of vanity, a great calamity, drunk off dust and caught in the throes of lust, claiming that they are only fans, serenading the ego. Private access and backdoor services. Our scrying mirrors are the lens that shadows play and reflect distortion. This light and reflection able to conjure anything within a pixelized vision. Destroying the natural world wonders, wondering just what it'll take to fight this illusion, to outsmart a lie. The cost of business, information exchanged for sentimentality, history etched together by the series of disappointments. The age-old story of crime and petty drama. Trusting people who enact revenge and betrayal. Oh, I saw it. For the price of the truth is bitter and astringent, while the lie is intoxicating. Like a mirror who hangs on the wall next to the mask, both telling us who to be and what we should do. Manipulated by our own thoughts of ourselves, deceived by people's thoughts about us. An earthen desire to impact, build, create, and recreate. Never content by this pursuit. Building the world without missing what it is to build within. Reflecting insecurity, the driver of shame, riding high on the backs of people who are always finding new ways to make things better, scheming to make it worse, doublespeak, finding a new peak in the English language. Turns out, ain't nobody speaking, rather understanding the language, the same no mores. All thanks to the bizarro internet realities, offering a new kind of freedom, escapism. A double-edged sword who reveals one's most inner desires. A game of angels and devils, wherein free will is tested and perverted to look like passionate paradise. A mirage of the desert who slowly dissolves and disappears. Never what you think it is. Everything is great here. Desktops, search engines, block texts in black rooms. A whole lot of boxes for a web. Human constructs applied to cosmic constraints. What's becoming is a new shape of thought, who has mended and kneaded its way through our shared reality, pinching and jabbing its way into one's heartstrings and emotions, turning to existential pride and sticky strings, who wrapped and wrung their twines around as if they were an angry marionette, trying to find a way to the top of a place that doesn't even exist, a trap of what people think they want. Single-person shows trying desperately to play with masks and throw their voice. A renaissance of layman entertainment. The clown giving face to the great stage of life. Finding fame in the funhouse box of entertainment. Is it any wonder that the trickster would make its lair here? The contrary and the curious, finding nooks and niches to play abstract mind games, power in the meaningless. It was within the land where discontentment was brewing, digesting the heavy flows of energy who at times break the mantles of the earth or crash into, waiting for something unexpected to happen. Ain't no business waiting around for the world to go broke. It's said life is a rodeo, buck off, to and fro. I'll tell you right now, ain't nothing what it seems, kid. Our past's haunted by our missed takes. Ain't nothing to go back to anyway. The road goes on, and the journey begins where the sidewalk ends. We begin by walking away from the wilds, having lost everything that once had, awaiting to re-enter the world of people, rather than the land of the beast. No longer relying on what the weather thought I should do that day. Humans structured around calendar dates and Timex watches, telling you where you should be and what you should be doing. No room for the unexpected, only expectations to get you through the day. Fixated on the journey ahead, a hunger erupted, found to learn the language of togetherness. So many stories are waiting to be told, a testament of the wonder of the shared reality. Excitement erupted and a vast inner knowingness filled up and flowed over, at ease with sheltered security from the animals of the night, learning the skills of socializing, like how to read a room, social cues, and about the wide range of emotions and how to react to them, making the world larger and more vibrant, finding appreciation for the rhythms of others, fully immersed in the wonder of the unexpected, great epics wherein the hero makes friends along the way, caring for those along the way, unfettered by those who are not like thyself. Don't assume, but you know what they say about that. Humility comes from being humiliated. The lessons learned here are the keys to many doors. Trusting in the guidance of God, rather than hunting for opportunity like a wolf or lion. To think kindly of others, even when you don't wanna. To stay observed in one's mind and action, all of the time. Problem solving and discerning one's way through life. Awareness held up by a moral fortitude. Knowing the importance of doing good and following through. Actions without thought leaves much unsaid. Power, the things legends dream of. Veneration by ill-gotten gains. Stolen valor, oh I am waiting. For the tables to turn and feed the hungry. Nourished by the Holy Spirit. Open the door to the Most High. Trust, and really do. Wait for the rebirth of the human spirit through the Holy Spirit. Constructing the human with the will of God, just and moral, breaking through illusion, anticipating the road ahead, and chapters will unfurl. Yeah, that's where I'll stop there. But I have many pages, and I will just choose little bits and try to do little segments of writing, because I feel like anything I want to say is actually just written down in my multitudes. I have so many books and writings. So I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. But Thank you for your time, I guess. Yo.